Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Senator Hoodie, brother tennis shoes, brother gym shorts. Oh man, he does it again, doesn't he? Where y'all at, Pennsylvania? Where y'all at? What's going on, family? I hope everybody that's tuned in right now that you are blessed, well, and healthy, that you're having a great day, week, month, that the month of October is an amazing month for all of us, man. Especially after that month of September, leave a bad taste in your mouth. September was not it. But we do have October starting off to a little spicy start with the government shutdown. And this is, again, has been taken all over the place. And one of the ones that is taking this thing all over the place is one of the leaders is some would say a Democrat with sense. Trump says maybe Senator Fetterman has a little bit of sense. A lot of MAGA conservatives, Republicans, a lot of people are, starting to flock onto John Fetterman, Senator Fetterman, Hoodie, brother Hoodie, Mr. Hoodie. He even said in 2023, this hoodie cost me $78. This is why Fox News thinks the economy is terrible. Oh, man. Yeah, Carhartt. Yeah, shout out to Car. I love my Carhartt, man. I got some Carhartt hoodies as well. I ain't bought one in a minute though. It's been a long time. When you buy a hoodie, that hoodie got to last a couple years now. That hoodie got to last about 10, 15 years. Am I wrong, y'all? If you buy that hoodie, that doggone hoodie got to last about 10, 15, 20 years. I'm just saying. That's just me. I got hoodies from when I was in middle school still. Whoop! But let's get into this on today's show, man. Featherman just posted this as well, literally a couple hours ago, about the government shutdown. He says shutting our government down isn't a game. Democrat or Republican, regardless of the reason, America loses. Blame is on anyone that picks party over country. And then he posted the heel and this caption: "Who's winning the shutdown blame game?" And as you know, the Schumer shutdown, they're saying the Schumer shutdown, And as y'all know, Fetterman, this past week, Fetterman was on a roll, calling out the extreme rhetoric from the left, and of calling Trump and us Nazis, Hitler, fascists, and he put political violence is always wrong, no exceptions. We must all turn the temperature down, But he also posted this as well, right when the government shutdown took place. It's country over party.
To extend the ACA. Hi, this evening I just voted for 2 CRs tonight. And the first one votes to affirm that we would like to extend the ACA tax credits because, of course, I voted for health care. The second vote is about making sure that we keep our government open. And I did vote for that because I think it's a sad event if we shut our government down later today. So for me, our nation doesn't believe that kinds of chaos. Now, for me, it's about more over the country, not the party in this kinds of moments just like this.
Oh, boy.
You've got such all the way. But I mean, on the left, you've got such extremes. Would you consider switching parties?
No, I'm not going to switch, but I'm just going to be.
I'm telling they've been betting in the market. People are already placed bets of Featherman coming out eventually soon. There's some are saying by midterms, or some saying that he's going to be that speech that they give. The party has left me. I am now an independent, and then he's going to release another book. I tell you, man. But y'all know people just say all kind of things. But hey, I said it in previous videos that I think Fetterman's going to come out eventually as an independent. That's my guess. Y'all know I'm just putting it out there. You know,
an independent voice in the Democratic Party. I'm not going to be afraid if people, I mean, and if there are groups attacking a Democrat, you know, the last one in Pennsylvania, then that's, to me, that's part of the problem, you know, in our party. And if you want a Democrat that's going to call people Nazis or fascists or all these kinds of things, well, I'm not going to be that guy. You know, independent thinking and views wherever that I happen to believe the truth, regardless if it's the Republican or the Democratic voice, you know, what I think is the truth in this. Now, in this truth right now, it's firmly on Israel through this. And it's always wrong to shut our government down. And that's where my voice is. And if that puts me as an outlier, and you know, that's where I am.
What do you think happened?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know,
with the Democrats. He voted with the Democrats. So what this means is that the stalemate continues. Here's the other compelling thing that's broken in just the past 40 minutes or so here. The House of Representatives has formally announced that it is going to remain out of session this week.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Senator John Fetterman sided with Republicans in opening the government, while GOP Senator Rand Paul voted not to reopen the government. Rand Paul, y'all know Rand Paul, it was just trending a couple of hours ago, like Rand Paul, and it says traitor. What do y'all think of Mr. Paul? What do y'all think of Mr. Paul? Leave a beautiful comment down below. You know, but base backlash. Democrats in Pennsylvania are now breaking with Senator Fetterman, while Republicans flipped dramatically. New polling shows 54% of Pennsylvania Democrats disapprove of his performance, down from 80% approval last year. 62% of Pennsylvania Republicans approve of his performance, up from just 16% approval last year. This comes after the Democratic senator repeatedly bucked his party on key issues, including voting for a GOP-crafted funding measure to avoid a government shutdown. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, you just can't make it up. Oh, man. Yes, indeed. So I couldn't wait to get into this.
To the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, at least there's one Democrat who can finally come out and say the right thing. Finally, we've got one Democrat breaking ranks, and that's John Fetterman, who just did something that you almost never see from a sitting Democrat senator or Democrat politician, talking head, any Democrat, if I'm being totally honest. John Fetterman comes out and publicly calls out his own side's rhetoric. He just posted this on X with an Axios study showing that left-wing terrorism is at a 30-year high now and starting to clearly outpace right-wing terrorism, which, for the most part, the data is utterly skewed. But yeah, the dam is breaking and finally some Democrats are turning. Let me show you guys exactly. Protect extreme rhetoric, like labels as Hitler and fascist, will foment more extreme outcomes. Political violence is always wrong, no exceptions. We must all turn the temperature down. Now, the last statement I'd say is a little bit of both sidesism, but you know, I don't necessarily disagree. The temperature in general has to come down, but obviously when he's mentioning extreme rhetoric and labels like Hitler and fascist, and clearly identifying that rhetoric as will foment more extreme outcomes, he's obviously talking about his own party. And that is a good first step. It's a stunning admission. It's an obvious admission because it's clearly true, it's obvious. But to finally hear it come from a Democrat's mouth, it's a breath of fresh air, I gotta tell ya. The constant drumbeat of Trump is Hitler, MAGA is fascism, Republicans are terrorists. It's not harmless political hyperbole. This is the kind of rhetoric that's radicalizing people. It's creating a moral license for violence. And clearly it's getting in people's heads. It's convincing people who might have, been normal otherwise, that punching, harassing, or even killing conservatives is resistance. And I think that's a really important thing here. The normalization of this Democrat mindset. It's not just the black-clad street thugs that you see on the streets. No, this type of extreme thinking has become so normalized on the left that even the most unsuspecting of people are full-on calling for violence. I mean, I got this video here, and you got these boomers who look like they should be baking cookies for their grandkids, but instead they're out here on the streets casually calling for Donald Trump to be assassinated, and saying it with a smile, with no shame, with no sense that they've crossed the line.
Man.
I don't want to be a violent person, but in this case, I feel like that we just, I hate to say the word, but assassinate him.
What was your reaction this July when the assassin almost got Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania.
I was happy.
Happy that he missed or happy that it happened?
No, happy that it happened.
She got AI photos of Trump and Elon Musk. I tell you, man, some of these people here, boy. I tell you, don't I be saying these people be too y'all. Man, y'all need to act y'all age, man. And I mean, it be people older than this lady out there that don't got nothing else to do. I mean, man, should be somewhere relaxing, you know, with their feet up, drinking a margarita or something. I don't know. You know, watching a Family Feud or something. I'm just saying, relaxing. Getting a back massage or something. Getting a feet massage. You know, go sit in a spa or something. You know, but some of them pages say, Rick, you know, we work hard. We've been working hard since our whole life. And at 70, 80 years old, I'm still working hard, Mr. Rick. I wish I can go lay down at the spa. You know, but these people here, man, got Hitler signs. I tell you, man. Deranged lunatics.
And too bad that it wasn't in the head.
That shot.
Yeah.
Evil.
Oh my God. It could have been wonderful.
If he'd been shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do not support violence in any way. I think I'm going to let you finish it, Charles.
Well, I'm so shy and reserved. My thought was, if he'd had a good scope instead of a red dot, we would not be going through this. I consider that kid to be a
literally wishing Trump was unalived. And I hate saying unalive because, you know, all the woke crap and the censorship, but they really calling for Trump to be dead. That the shot didn't miss. I tell you, he's just evil, man. Evil. I told you right now what we're seeing is good versus evil. No other way around it.
And obviously, these are the people who are being fed a steady diet of Donald Trump's a fascist, the GOP is a threat to democracy, and they're internalizing it. These are the people who are watching MSNBC on repeat every single day. They're the people with all the flares on their Blue Sky and X accounts, living chronically online or chronically addicted to cable leftist media. They obviously don't possess the critical thinking abilities required to really see through the extreme hyperbolic rhetoric. And so you got these normal people who, you know, had MSNBC and all the fake news hacks not warped their brains so dramatically, they'd be sitting at home watching Seinfeld reruns, but instead they've been manipulated, radicalized, and turned into these political ghouls who believe that violence is justified. And yet it's the same media machine that tells them that the right is being radicalized, that conservatives are the violent ones. They build these false narratives, they push these endless psyops and fake news, these edited clips, these cherry-picked polls, anything to reinforce the narrative. Then you've got all these bad actors, you know, the typical Midas touch people who exaggerate everything. Gavin Newsom's Twitter handlers, JoJo from Jurors, Politics Girl, Harry Sisson, Brooklyn Dad Defiant. You've got all these propagandists who are perfectly willing to lie and smear and exaggerate. And so you have these people living in an alternative reality where they're fighting fascism, where they're fighting the rise of Nazism. And boom, here's the result, left-wing terrorism at a 30-year high, and ordinary Democrats who are cheering it on. Well, they're doing both, right? They're pretending it isn't real and isn't happening, while at the same time hoping for more. And you got the Democrat Party leadership that's still more interested in blaming Trump than in confronting the monster that they have created. And now hopefully John Fetterman's tweet is proof that the dam is breaking, but honestly, I'm really not convinced yet. To be honest, I think the party loyalists are likely going to start eating him alive for this, but I don't think John Fetterman cares. I mean, he already took a beating from the pro-Palestine people, and I got to give credit where credit is due. I think John Fetterman has really proved himself to be a very consistent stand-up guy, and in a way, I think
ready for another anonymous hit piece. I'm ready. We're all ready for it. We ready for it. It's coming soon. Another anonymous hit piece.
A lot of people feel that way, and I think it's going to be hard to unseat him from his seat. But very clearly, John Fetterman is right. The constant dehumanization of Republicans has consequences, and the violence that we're seeing now isn't coming out of nowhere. It's the logical endpoint of years of calling half of the country Nazis. And right now is a time to follow John Fetterman's leadership. I know Democrats don't really watch my videos, but if you happen to be watching, you know, please look in the mirror. Really internalize what John Fetterman is saying here. The Democrats have to look inward and say that this is on us. Political violence is wrong, and clearly there is one side, the left-wing side, that is normalizing it, celebrating it, and that is the side that bears responsibility. Enough of this both sides nonsense, and just have the decency to admit the plain, obvious truth. There is a radicalism problem on the left, and it didn't come out of nowhere. It came directly from the extreme reaction to President Trump's jumping on the scene in 2016, the inability to compete, the inability to accept that he basically ended Obama's liberal momentum. And instead of accepting that and working from a grassroots level and building the party back up again, you guys went full schizo mode, full conspiracy mode, and now it seems you guys are headed towards full terrorist mode. Wake the frick up, do and say the right thing, not what's politically expedient. Follow in John Fetterman's footsteps. Anyways, that's pretty much
following Fetterman's footsteps. And didn't Trump just say that not long ago? You know. But hey, it just gets worse and worse and worse for Democrats. You know. And their response is, hey, it's all Trump's fault. Trump, 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 Trump. They're going to be in 2040 still saying Trump, 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 Trump. You know. But hey, we're going to see what takes place from this. We're still going to bring you some huge updates on this government shutdown. Keep you informed. Leave a beautiful comment down below. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. We are rocking and rolling 24/7, 7 days a week. I love y'all. God bless you all and your family. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love, you guys.